Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Everyday Driven by DJ. Today I'm going to give you a little bit of my backstory as it relates to vehicles. Trying to, provide you guys with a little bit of credibility for me and understanding of why I feel that I can offer up the opinions that I do on real life, real driving, real vehicles. I'm not gonna be the kind of person to use splashy videos where I'm just rambling facts and power figures and whatnot at you. I'm gonna be giving you my actual opinions on the vehicles that I'm driving and how they've come to meld into my life or how I've had to shape my life around certain things. But getting into my vehicle history, it's been pretty interesting. I've owned over my 20 years of driving everything from, little 5-speed cars all the way up to luxury sports cars and boxy SUVs, everything in between. I can say that there are 3 things that I'm a genuine sucker for. I love torque. I love anything that can push me back into the seat. I'm not much of a horsepower person, but if something's got some good low down torque, I absolutely fall in love with it. In particular, diesel engines and electric vehicles, as you'll find out throughout the course of this video series. The second thing I love is efficiency. I like any vehicle that can run as economically as possible. It's another reason why I love diesel engines and electric vehicles. They're some of the most efficient vehicles that you can find regardless of category. The last thing that I love that I'm a sucker for are boxy SUVs, which seems counterintuitive to the second item, but boxy SUV design is something that I've always loved. Started with the mid-90s Isuzu Rodeos that I had when I was a kid in high school, and goes today through my love for Rivian and what they're building. Just wish I could get my hands on one of those, but soon, hopefully. And with regard to, my other vehicle, or my actual vehicle history, I started out, first vehicle I fell in love with that is still probably my favorite vehicle was a 1959 Porsche 356 Coupe that my dad had. There's just something about the sound of that air-cooled boxer engine that I can still hear it today. It's one of my favorite sounds, and it sounds like a weird thing to say that you love an engine sound, but that was one of my favorites. I had a very intimate relationship with that car, especially because I was the one who took the engine in and out of it multiple times, and I just had such a great bond with that vehicle, and I've never had that with another vehicle since. From there, I've been in different Audis, whether they're the TDIs. I really love the A3 hatchback and owned one of those with the TDI engine. Absolutely fantastic. Such an economical vehicle. And I continued that love of diesel engines with a Jeep Grand Cherokee Eco Diesel I've owned at one point. Another really great all-around comfortable road tripping vehicle. And honestly, don't know that I would want to take a road trip in much else. Maybe with the exception of the Jeep Wagoneer S that I'm currently driving. It's another excellent road tripping vehicle, and we'll talk more about that in a later episode. But the Grand Cherokee, man, that was an awesome vehicle. I just wish that Jeep's service and dealer network was better. Like, that's the one big downfall, and I'll talk about that in the episode where I go in depth on that Grand Cherokee. I just wish Jeep's dealer network was better. The last vehicle that I gotta say I've owned that's really made an impact on me is the Audi RS3 that we currently have in our garage. And I've never driven a vehicle that felt like it was actively trying to harm me and just actively wanting to go faster. I'm not a slow driver by any means, but that car makes me feel like I am never going fast enough for it. And it is just an all-around fun little car. I've spent years, tens of thousands of miles in each one of the vehicles I've owned. I feel like they're all still relevant as far as types of vehicles and the demographics that they typically serve. I feel like they're still very relevant, that my opinions on those vehicles are very relevant even after years of no longer owning them. And I feel like there's information that I can share even on just the brands that can resonate with other folks out there and maybe help them decide leaning towards one vehicle or another, or even just wondering what it's like to live with some of those vehicles. So I hope that those opinions and the things that I talk about during our upcoming videos continue to be of interest to y'all. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Please remember to like and subscribe so that when my future videos come out, you'll be alerted, and I'll catch you later.